Welcome to the ElderAbyss show. For talking videos, it's the place to go. Game tips, rants, tactics, and more. What you'll find here, you can never be sure.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. This episode we are revisiting the Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam expansion pack or mod, however you want to look at it. So first off, I just wanted to say I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you may celebrate, if any. I do Christmas, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good time with your family and your friends and loved ones, and all is well. And you got everything that you ever wanted. Yeah, Vietnam. I know the last episode I was a little skeptical. I was having a hard time. It was just I think 2 days in. At this point, I've had some more time to spend with the game, and it's starting to win me over. I have been having a really good time with it, mainly because I primarily switched to the AK, and this AK-47 is a spectacular beast of a weapon. I don't know what it is, but at least in my hands, it puts the M16 to hideous shame. It just, for me, it outclasses it severely. I don't know if that's something that will be touched upon as far as future patches or not, but as of right now, me and the AK, we've got a thing going on. As you see right here, if you were noticing the gameplay, that squad ran through the cave over A, and then the cave behind A, and was hell-bent and determined to post up in our deployment. Not sure the logic behind that, but apparently they felt it was a good move. So I had to clear those guys out, and then we get on with the motions here. This is, I don't think I said, it's Hill 137, Hamburger Hill. I don't know the official name of the map. They call it Hill 137. I never paid much attention. As far as this map goes, at first I didn't like it very much. At least not the part that I'm in now, the burned out part. And still when I play it, especially if you spawn on the other side and the enemy team's over here, the Vietnamese team I guess, this thing, it can be rough because those snipers will post up out there in the burned out jungle with those rocks and stuff, and they can be notoriously hard to find and dig out of there. So at first I kind of got that feeling when this map came up, but now that I've played it several times now, and I got to say I'm kind of liking this map. It plays really well. The burned out part and the snipers and that can be a little bit of an issue, but there's some excellent flanking routes around the water line over there that allows you to come up and take care of that. And there's the cave I was talking about over A, if you're not aware of that. And for somehow this rank 3 saved this dude from me getting his dog tags. I was so pissed about that. I mean, I was in the motion. I was coming down with the knife, son. Grenade goes off. See, damn. Oh, and right here's the technique. If you notice that right there, that was the Turtle Beach headphones working their magic. I heard that guy behind me waylaying on that gun. But what I was going to say is one thing that is excellent in this game, or in these maps with the Vietnam, is the foliage. It is damn near perfect, as in you can kind of take a breath in it and you can use it for concealment as you move along, but it's not so bad that somebody can just post up in it and bushwookie it, you know, with especially with the character models and everything going on. So I'm really liking the foliage on these maps. I think it's very well done. It's a nice balance they've stricken there with that. There's also so many spots. I don't know. I've done game level design before, and I like these Vietnam maps are really well designed. You know, say what you want about them, but from my perspective, they're well done. They really are. Well, that's it. I have more time. Fubai. This one, the temple map, I think the map design's really good. The placement of conquest points, while logical, is a little questionable. I think A and B are too close together in my opinion. C's kind of strung out to the side, which gives a little bit of a disadvantage. But it's not too bad. It still plays pretty good. Oh man, down again. Is that the M14? That gun's a beast in this game as well. I've used it a couple times. I haven't settled in on it a whole lot for any serious gameplay, but I have picked it up from kits a couple of times, and I think I loaded out with it a handful of times. Probably be the next weapon that I give a real serious go to, because it can be a real handful. It really can. So let's do a few tips maybe on Hill 137 here for Conquest. Watch that cave. I'm looking at it right there. The cave above it in the mountainside there. If you're holding A and the enemy, especially if their deployment's on the other side, keep eye on that damn cave. There's been matches where we've literally had an assault, and I know this sounds cheap, but had one of our assault guys basically set on the flag on an ammo crate and just heave grenades into that hole. Cheap, questionable, effective, absolutely. Now the B flag here, the best way I've found coming from either side is the beach or the water line. I guess it's not an ocean, so calling it a beach is a little bit of an overkill. But the shoreline, we'll go with that. Shoreline, baby. The shoreline works excellent. And if you can get up around the first little dock, you're still within the capture radius of the control point, and that thing offers some excellent cover. You can duck, even if you go underneath it and set under it, you can still capture from there. And then at that point, all you've got to watch is the beachhead itself, or the shoreline. Sorry. I have a lot more luck, like I said, from either side coming up the shoreline, as opposed to trying to cut across through the jungle and over the road or down that hill. So if B gives you trouble, especially trying to get in there and capture it, work that shoreline. Gives you good concealment cover. It's a low, you got the low spot as compared to the high advantage, but the way that terrain is right there, you have a decent amount of cover. You can duck down behind the shoreline pretty good and keep yourself fairly safe. C, not a whole lot I can offer you on C. Oh, excuse me. One of the best routes. Everybody wants to cut through the little mountain pass for C, or a lot of people do. I try to avoid that if I can. I will do it, but that little mountain pass back there is a death zone. The safest and most reliable way I found to approach C in the route of me coming from B, so moving from B to C, is once again follow that shoreline up into that little inlet back there, the water inlet, and then work your way up pretty much almost behind it at that point. So you'll go up the inlet straight up the hill and you'll come in behind the little bunker at sea. I don't think there's an example of it in this video because, well, to be honest, the team we were playing kept us busy. We had our hands full trying to maintain 2 control points. Unfortunately, we was running a 3-man squad, and I'm not completely sure what the blueberries were doing. And we've all been there. Oh, how many times have we been there? But it seemed every time our squad moved away from the base got gone. We'd go to capture another base, and it was just yo-yo back and forth. In fact, I believe if you broke it down, the enemy team held 2 control points more, or the majority of the time, as compared to us. But we were just stomping them through sheer brute force of kills. Which is always fun too. And I attribute a lot of that success to the AK-47. Watch this shake and jive on this guy. Thinks I'm coming one way. Yeah, I think I've changed my mind, son. And if you'll notice, as I move around this hillside especially, I kind of go back to that point I was talking about, the foliage. And several of the maps are like this, but as you're transversing the map, try to stay the hell out of the roads, basically. And if you've got to follow the roads in the past, stop at those hill points like I did there. Check your line of sight down the road, and then when you need to advance, scoot down the side, because I've noticed most of the paths and the roads and stuff, they have a decent amount of rocks and foliage on the side of that road. You know, you're a lot safer off to just kind of drag your shoulder down through that stuff, and it gives you a little bit of concealment. I see so many guys that just headlong barreled right down the middle of the road. That's not a good idea, especially on this map at B. If you're posted up at B and these guys are just barreling down the middle of the road like some deranged hitchhiker, you're shooting Christmas turkeys at that point. I mean, who's going to win the rifle because it's a turkey shoot? Oh, the grenade. I think I go down here, and it was actually a guy that would flank me on the back. At first I thought the grenade got me, but I managed to escape that. I think it softened me up for him, though. And as always, if you're running assault, try to remember to throw an ammo pack when you spawn on your buddy. There's another maneuver that I like to do. Throw a grenade on one side of an obstacle, run around the other side. 9 times out of 10, you'll catch them with their pants on the ground, trying to run away from the grenade or thinking someone's coming that way. Just like happened to those 2 gentlemen there. Sorry, fellas. But it usually leads to at least a kill. Sometimes 2, and on a lucky day when you're feeling good and everything's going your way, you'll get a nice little triple. Getting more than a triple's a lot to ask for in bad company too, for the most part anyway. The mags just ain't big enough, baby. On the rare case, you work it out. Ooh. Yeah, he's up on that top ridge up there, which is a point of interest because you've seen where he was on that top ridge. If you're familiar with the map, you know where he's at. If not, you can watch here in a second. And I head right for him. And I don't want to give it away, but I just want to say my heart sunk. Here I go. I'm pulling my mountain goat thing, man. I'm going right up through here. There's Candy. Check it out. Ah, I missed my double. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
In a jungle-covered mountain called Hill 137 yesterday afternoon.
End.
The battle has already been nicknamed Hamburger Hill
Ready,
for the
been
butchery that
told.
took place there.
We're all just gamers.
Allied search and